Hello and welcome to this special edition of Treasury Notes, a show dedicated to the latest news and information from the office of West Virginia State Treasurer John Perdue. I'm your host, Gina Joynes. Today we are at the Clay Center in Charleston for an awards ceremony to honor the winners of the annual Smart 529 When I Grow Up essay contest. This is the 6th year for this contest, and I will tell you it is very simple to enter. You simply have to answer the question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Students from around the state write about their dream careers, and then they have the chance to make those dreams come true. Winners of the When I Grow Up essay contest receive an investment in their future in the form of a Smart 529 college savings plan. The man who makes this contest and the Smart 529 College Savings Plan possible is our state treasurer, John Perdue. He is with us today and will be with us throughout the show. Thanks for being here today, Treasurer.
Thank you, Gina.
And joining us right now also is David Garcia. He is with the Hartford, the company that administers West Virginia's Smart 529. Thank you again for being here as well. Well, Treasurer Perdue, we're here at the Clay Center to recognize 15 regional winners of this year's contest. This essay contest is from kindergarten through 5th grade, and it's for students here in West Virginia. Tell us how this all began 6 years ago.
Well, it all began because we started thinking of some idea how to get out there all over the state of West Virginia and get kids empowered to really think about and dream about their future. And so we came up with the essay contest. And, you know, now we have a record number, 4,500 kids have entered this contest this year, and it keeps growing bigger and bigger every year. So it's a very exciting contest. It's a chance to get parents involved as well, teachers involved in When I Grew Up contest, have the kids dream about what they want to be and write about it, and then maybe become a winner and get started in a Smart 529 plan. So, you know, we're excited about the program. We're excited about the 529 program at all, a $2 billion program almost. So it's an exciting time for us here in West Virginia.
And it is such a great program. David, winners of this essay contest receive an investment in their future, as I said earlier. Tell us a little bit more about the prizes that are being handed out.
Yes, we have 15 winners across the state, 5 different regions, and each one will get a $500 contribution to an existing 529 if they have it. If not, we'll open up a new 529 for them, put that in there. Also, the schools benefit also. The school that they attend will get a $500 contribution. And then we have the teacher contests. If they have used it in their classroom as part of their lesson plans, they will get a $2,500 cash contribution.
So there's a lot of prizes to go around.
And it's good for everybody, and it gets them all excited that, hey, this is a good thing.
And as you mentioned, for those who don't already have a Smart 529, this is one way to get started.
Yeah, and it brings it to their attention of, hey, I didn't know a lot about this. How does this work? So it gets the questions going, and they're thinking about their future anyhow. So it's a great program. All
right. Well, Treasurer Perdue, each year we have seen this contest grow and grow and grow. And it seems like every year we have more students who enter this contest. Talk about how this contest has developed over the years.
Well, you know, we started out developing this contest. We thought about how to get kids involved in their dreams of their future, what they want to be, whether it's a teacher, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a policeman, whether, you know, whatever it might be out there farming. And kids get excited about dreaming about those things and writing about those things. And teachers get excited about our program as well because it gives them a chance to implement in their lesson plan, the 529 plan, and do a program with them. And they get to write about what they want to be, and get excited about writing about that as well. And so as it grew over the years, we got the teachers involved, as David said, in the contest to be a winner as well. It gets the parents involved. That's who we want to get involved, get parents and grandparents to start thinking about their children and their grandchildren at a very young age to start saving for college. So college is not getting any cheaper. It starts going up and up in money every year in price, so it gives an opportunity for them to save and get a tax break for doing that, deduction on their state income tax, and they can go anywhere in the world to school. And we want them to go to West Virginia schools, but we'll let them go anywhere in the United States or anywhere in the world to school. So it gets people to start thinking about, man, I need to start taking advantage of that and invest a little money in that, get the deduction, encourage my grandchild or my child to go to college.
That's a great point. David, how does this contest really showcase the benefits of the Smart 529?
Well, if you think about it, parents aren't really, with the younger children, a lot of times they aren't thinking about the future. So if you can bring it to their attention because little Susie or little Mike says, you know, this is the thing at school that we're able to do, and you know, I always wanted to be a doctor or what have you. It gets them to be dreaming in their passions, and any parent wants their children to have a passion about what they're going to do in life. So if they can write about it, they'll start believing in it, and the parents can start thinking about how helping them get towards that belief. And it starts as a seed, and this contest is that seed.
Treasurer Perdue, why do you promote the Smart 529 plan, especially to parents, as a way of saving for the future? Why is that so important?
Well, that's so important to me because it goes back to my childhood, what I was dreaming about being when I was growing up. And a teacher recognized that I could go to college and make a difference in my life. And I started thinking about, after I got into the position I was in, what could I do to help change some of those kids in rural areas of West Virginia and all over the state's lives, to be able to start saving for college, to be able to start dreaming about that and put money in it. And so we came up with the Smart 529 program, and every state has one of those. And you know, the number is a federal number, Smart 529. But the point is that we developed a program that's very flexible. You can move money from child to child and to whoever you want to move it to. And it also got parents to start thinking about saving, as I said, at a very young age. Got grandparents involved as well. Aunts and uncles can put in the program. I tell people all the time, quit buying all those toys for those kids because you're just going to put them in a yard sale and put some money in that Smart 529 plan. They're going to thank you big time when they get to college, and they're going to thank my mom and dad, my aunts and uncles, my grandparents want me to go to college. So they're going to work harder in the school to do their work and get prepared to go to college. So I think it's good for West Virginia's economy. It's going to help grow that economy, and we're in an educated economy now to where 90% of the jobs in this world today is a college education is going to be required to have. So we have to teach our kids at a very young age that they need to go to college, technical education, or some kind of advanced education to be able to make a difference in their life.
Oh, all right, absolutely. Well, David, winners of the When I Grow Up essay contest, they receive a really nice prize, $500 invested into a Smart 529, $5,000 for the grand prize winner. But you don't have to have a large sum of money to start investing in a Smart 529. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, with the West Virginia plan, the direct plan now, it takes any amount you want to start with. So I always tell people, if you've got a birthday or Christmas, somebody wants to put in $5, $10, $20, and it doesn't have, some people are confused, they think they have to put it in every month. It's nice if you're disciplined to do that, and they have a minimum out of a checking account of $15 if you want to do that. But otherwise, whenever you have the funds and you can start doing it, it's never too soon, it's never too late. I mean, my son's a sophomore in college now, and I'm still putting it in because I don't know how long he's going to go, and it's always something he's needing, be it books or what have you.
Absolutely.
And that's a great point that David just made. You know, my daughter, David, just called me a couple months ago and said, I want to go to law school. And I hadn't stopped that 529 plan. I continued to invest in that, and it's paying off now because she's thinking about going to law school. So, you know, it's the point of the flexibility of the program, being able to move that money and keep investing in that program, and it's going to pay dividends for you down the road.
And this contest specifically isn't just for the students. Of course, you know, we encourage students to start investing early, but it's also for the teachers, and they get a nice prize as well. They get a cash prize.
Well, absolutely. And getting the teachers involved in this program and being able to win a cash prize in doing so has got more and more participants in the program because they can see the advantage of that. And the teacher really is, they make a difference in a young person's life, a young kindergarten through the 5th grade that we invest in the program here in When I Grow Up contest. And they really reach out to those kids at a very young age. Kids look up to them. They can make a huge, huge difference in their lives and make them know that they can accomplish those dreams. And the doors of opportunity will open up for them if they just work a little harder in school, make those grades, and get prepared to go to college.
Absolutely. All right, Treasurer Perdue, Perdue, thank you so much. David Garcia with the Hartford, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to read essays from this year's When I Grow Up contest, you can just go to smart529.com. While you're there, take a look at some of the advantages of a Smart 529 account. Also, you can call for additional information. That phone number is 866-574-3542. As we mentioned before, 15 regional winners were selected for their essays. During today's event, the grand prize winner was randomly drawn from the 15 regional winners. Kim Ward has more.
Students, parents, and teachers anxiously wait to see who will take home the top prize, $5,000 invested in a Smart 529 college savings plan.
Marissa McCoy.
As soon as they said my name for the grand prize winner, I was just like jumping up and down.
Marissa, a second grade student from Union Educational Complex in Grant County, wrote about her desire to be a teacher.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher because I want to help kids learn the things they need to go to college and get a good job.
With $5,000 in a Smart 529 plan, Marissa is well on her way to making her dream of becoming a school teacher come true. Even though as a second grader, she might not realize yet exactly what that entails.
I think that I'm going to go to college for like a couple years, probably.
Marissa isn't the only one planning for her future. 14 other regional winners were excited to learn they will receive $500 in a Smart 529 plan.
If I win, I could have some money go into account and go to college and get a good degree.
I've never won anything like this before, so I'm just excited.
These winners have worked hard in the classroom and at home to be here. First, they have to pick a subject for their essay.
Grandma said that I'd be a good teacher, or I like that because I help take care of my little cousins.
I wrote about I want to be a pharmacist because my sister Morgan inspired me to be one.
A policeman, because my dad is a policeman.
Well, I got my ideas from church and we did a song for the Christmas play.
Then they have to prepare for something that would even be hard for many adults, reading their essay in front of an audience. The students turn to their families for help with that.
Well, I just had to calm down, and for tonight it was just my mom and all my family there and just reading it to them.
They just told me good job and don't be nervous.
They're very proud of me, I can tell.
And their parents should be proud, especially seeing that the students are often thinking of how they can help others when they consider a future career.
When I grow up, I want to be a policeman because I want to help people.
When I grow up, I want to be a pharmacist because I want to be able to help people who need medicine to get well.
That speech pathologist changed his life, and I want to be able to do the same.
I could research the cause of allergies and learn how to stop or prevent them from happening to people.
When I grow up, I want to be a superhero because I want to help people and fight bad guys. As my secret identity, I want to work with my dad as an environmental scientist.
When I grow up, I want to be an interpreter because I like to help people that can't hear like me.
Being a teacher is an important job. Children need teachers that are nice and care about them.
Reporting for Treasury Notes, I'm Kim Ward.
Thank you, Kim. All the regional winners will receive an investment in their future with a Smart 529 account. And one of those winners joins us right now to talk about her essay. Ruthie Myers is a first grader at Gary Elementary School in Roane County. Ruth and her mother, Shannon Wilson, are here to talk about how this contest is going to help start preparing for Ruthie's future. Thank you both so much for being here with the treasurer and myself today.
Thank you for having us. We're very excited.
Well, we're excited to have you here, and this is an exciting day for a lot of families. Ruthie, in your essay, you said you wanted to be a business owner. Can you tell us why you wanted to be a business owner?
Because my mommy and daddy are doing a business and it looks fun.
It looks fun. What kind of business?
Artwork.
Artwork. Shannon, tell us a little bit about this. You apparently are the inspiration for your daughter's choice of business.
Well, my husband and I, he's a blacksmith artist, and we just started a business from home. And, you know, I guess children really are a product of their environment because it's influenced her so much. And she says that she definitely wants to be in charge of running our cash register. And when she brought that essay home, Paul and I laughed so hard because it starts out, selling things to people is my passion. And so, stuff.
Selling stuff, huh?
Very good.
Selling stuff. Well, Treasurer, really, this is what it's all about, isn't it?
Oh, yes, this is what it's all about. And West Virginia arts and crafts is such a big industry anyhow. It's a growing industry. It continues to grow. And to have your own business and be able to develop your own business, that says a lot, Ruthie, what you're doing. Give me 5 on that. All right. All right. That's great.
Shannon, as one of the contest winners, Ruthie will receive a prize in the form of a Smart 529. How has this helped your family start planning?
Well, I think it's one of those things that you always mean to do, and you maybe drag your feet getting started. And I've been a teacher for 10 years, and I understand the importance of education. And I think this kind of woke us up and let us get started in what we needed to be doing.
Well, Ruthie, you know that there were more than 3,000 students from all over West Virginia. They entered this contest. Can you tell us how excited you are to win one of these prizes?
I'm really, really excited.
What makes you so happy about being here today?
You get money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you get to win a prize. You won $500 at least, right? Mm-hmm. And you might win $5,000 if your name's drawn out.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get to take care of the money at the cash register?
Oh, yeah.
Do you put it in your piggy bank?
Yeah.
You do? All right.
Sometimes.
So you need to start put some in that 529.
So you already know that it's important to save, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you sometimes save your money at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the next day I use it.
Saving's always a good thing.
You know what you ought to do? Get your dad and mom and grandpa and grandma's change and put in that piggy bank and tell them, you match my 529 plan with that. How's that sound? But you like to buy things.
Uh-huh. I
Candy?
love to buy stuff.
Okay. All right.
Can you remember some of what your essay said and tell us?
Tell them what you were talking about.
What did you talk about
What
in
you
your
like to
essay?
do.
I like selling things,
You said you like to sell things people to decorate their homes, and what else?
help people.
So do you think your parents were a big inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. How does that make you feel, just reading
Wonderful.
her essay and knowing that she won because of what she wrote about?
It makes me feel wonderful. I think I just am so proud of her. When she brought that essay home, we were just ecstatic. We try to make her a part of everything we do, but when she wrote about it of her own volition, then we definitely knew we were doing something right.
And just to kind of wrap things up, again, talking about the Smart 529, do you look forward to now contributing to this account and continuing to save for your daughter?
Absolutely. And I think it sets a good example for her financial future as well, because I think all kids today like to spend the money that they have, and I think we're doing a good job by setting up this plan so that she sees that it is important to prepare for your future.
Definitely something that's important. All right, Shannon, Ruthie, thank you so much for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy your day here at the Clay Center. All right. Each year we receive more entries for the When I Grow Up essay contest, and each year our judges are impressed to see how much thought and planning goes into these essays, as you just heard. In fact, we're seeing that this younger generation is learning that there is always a way to turn your passion into a career. Here's more.
Selling stuff is my passion. While most kids like watching cartoons, I would rather be watching shows about selling things.
These elementary students are learning what it takes many people years to figure out. Find your passion, then figure out a way to turn it into a career.
When I grow up, I want to be a business owner because I like selling things.
My dad really got me into fantasy books, and my parents have always told me I'm really good at writing.
So Victoria chose a career that combined both of her interests.
When I grow up, I want to be a fantasy author because it would combine my two favorite things, fantasy books and writing.
Some students are passionate about animals.
Since I was 6 years old, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I love dolphins the most.
The reason I want to work with snakes and frogs is because they are cool and slimy.
For others, it was about finding the right creative outlet.
Soon photographers will zoom in to take perfect photos of different models wearing my dresses on the runway.
I love to make up my own recipes. I make a lot of different kinds of recipes. Some are healthy, some are dessert.
One lesson all these kids learned is that your passion can always be turned into a career with the right education.
When I get money, I can buy stuff to make a little wipeout course to practice on. That will make me an engineer.
News reporters need to go to college for 4 years. I think being a news reporter would be really fun.
With the When I Grow Up essay contest, students aren't the only winners. This marks the 3rd year that teachers have been able to enter their own category in this contest. And they were asked to write about how they plan to incorporate When I Grow Up essays into their lesson plans. We're joined now by this year's winner, Shannon Panaris at Paw Paw Elementary School. You're a teacher. That's in Morgan County. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Shannon, start by telling us a little bit about your essay. We just want to know about your essay and what you wrote about.
Well, in my essay, I wrote a lot of cross-curriculum things. We talked about math and we talked about writing. You know, doing writing every day, it was really easy to put that into perspective with the kids, writing about what they're going to be when they go to college. You know, we did a little technology where they were able to get on there and research, you know, what would it cost them? What's it going to cost me to go to college depending on what I want to be when I grow up? I had a student that wants to be an oncologist when she grows up because her mom has cancer. I had a student that wants to be an artist, you know, a student that wants to be just a horse veterinarian because of her love for animals. So there was many things that, you know, I wrote about in my essay, but one thing that the students liked the most was we're going to do a time capsule where every student's going to get to bring in something special from home. They're going to get to bring in, we're going to put their essays inside, and we're going to plant it right outside or bury it right outside of our school library. And when they graduate from our school, it's a K through 12 school with seniors, we're going to dig it back up and see if, you know, if their paths are the same, if they're still in the same direction of what they wanted to be when they grew up in the 3rd grade, or if it's changed in some way.
That is going to be really exciting. We hope you'll invite us back to the school so that we can come and see many years later how it turns out when they open up those time capsules.
We would welcome you. That would be wonderful.
And Treasurer Perdue, you were the one who really said we need to include teachers in this contest. Talk about why it's an important component of this contest now.
Well, I think she just explained it very well, Shannon, because that's fantastic how you implemented that into your lesson plan and teaching and so forth. And teachers make so big a difference in kids' lives, as you can see, and getting them and the capsule. To be able to do that is going to be exciting for them to see it's in their senior year, opening that back up and remembering what they did, and hopefully most of them are going to end up going to college because of that. And I just think that's fantastic what you've done, and that's why we put teachers in this program. You get them involved in the program because you can see how a teacher changes so many kids' lives.
Shannon, your students are young. Why do you think it's so important to start talking now about what they want to be when they grow up and start talking about those future careers?
You know, every day I tell my students, you know, your job is to come in here and to learn. My job is to come in here and teach you. If I can get my students to develop a passion and love for learning, then I've done my part. I've done some of my part. So if they can see, oh, well, I can be anything I want to be when I grow up. If I want to be a teacher, if I want to be a doctor, if I want to be a lawyer, I have to love education.
And the good part about that is that most of them are going to realize they want to be a millionaire. And if they want to make $1 million, you know, going to college or getting a technical education, advanced education, that's a difference in a high school education and a college education is $1 million in a lifetime. So, you know, that gets kids thinking about that too, because they all think about money at a very young age.
Yes.
And really quickly, you are receiving a cash prize. So how is that going to impact you in your classroom?
Oh, well, my students have already we've discussed lots and lots of ways that we could spend the money in the classroom. They have lots of ideas. I have lots of ideas too, so how I could spend it. But we're definitely going to do something with my 3rd grade class. And then I'm definitely going to start a Smart 529 for my own children. I have 3 children of my own. First one is starting school next year at 5, 2 more after that. So I'm definitely going to use some of that money for that.
That is so wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today. We really appreciate you talking with us.
Thank you.
Well, many teachers around the state incorporate the When I Grow Up lessons into their classroom because they do, again, realize that importance of having higher education and on-the-job training. Kim Ward has more.
Many teachers incorporate the When I Grow Up lesson into their classrooms because they realize how important it is to have higher education or training to get a good job.
Well, I tell them that it will make such a big difference in your life. You may want to be a basketball player, but you need that college degree to make it, and it takes a lot to take care of your family.
Leanne Burton, a second-grade teacher from Monongah Elementary School in Marion County, was the first winner of the When I Grow Up Teacher Essay Contest in 2011.
Ever since then, I keep adding to what I did the year before.
For teachers, this essay contest is all about how they plan to incorporate the When I Grow Up contest into their classroom curriculum.
I wrote about a lot of cross-curriculum activities with math, social studies, technology, and writing.
Shannon, this year's winner of the Teacher Essay Contest, designed her lesson plan to be an ongoing experiment in her small school.
I teach at a very small school. It's a K through 12 school. So the students that attend third grade will also graduate there as seniors. So we're going to have kids bring in some special things from home. They're going to put in their Smart 529 essays. We're going to bury it outside of our school library and then have the kids, dig it up when they graduate as seniors.
Leanne Burton is back for the award ceremony this year because her annual When I Grow Up lesson has provided another winning essay, this time from one of her students.
Well, my winner this year is Lily Riggs, and she wants to be a herpetologist.
If you don't know, a herpetologist is a person who studies reptiles and amphibians.
She carries around a snakeskin, so that tells you she really does enjoy animals. She loves being outside.
For teachers like Leanne and Shanna, this essay contest is the perfect tool to get students to think about the future.
And you want to better yourself. You want to be the best you can be. You want to strive for the top. And so to do that, you need to start thinking about it now and work hard in school and see what you can do to make that happen.
The teacher with the winning essay receives a cash prize, $2,500. Of course, like most teachers, Leanne Burton used some of her own money to benefit her students.
I buy lots of science and social studies books. We have daily reading where we read and study and research and write reports about what they're learning.
Reporting for Treasury Notes, I'm Kim Ward.
Very exciting day here. Treasurer Perdue, thanks again for joining us on today's show. We really appreciate you being here, and we want to thank all of our guests today. That's all the time we have. Remember, you can get the latest news and information from the Treasurer's office. Just go to wvtreasury.com or find us on Facebook and Twitter. We also have a blog with tons of financial information. Thanks for joining us today from the Clay Center. Keeping you informed on the Library Television Network, I'm Gina Joynes with the Office of West Virginia State Treasurer John Perdue.